Hi guys, and welcome back to another StarCraft II shoutcast. I'm MrJargon, and this is Ohana. We have a ZVT here for you today. Up in the top left is our red Zerg. We have AcerBly. In the bottom right is our green Terran. We have Funkay. This is from a Zotac Cup. I believe it was quite far into the Zotac Cup, so, you know, sort of, I don't know, far into it. I don't know exactly when. But these two can be duking out here. ZVT on this map. I haven't casted a ZVT yet, so we're going to have to see what kind of stuff I can sprout on you guys. Probably not a lot, as both of these races I haven't really been able to play too much lately. As I have been harping on though, I do now play random to try and sort of boost my skills as a caster, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do, obviously, for the next coming weeks, months, however long we do this thing called StarCraft. Hopefully years. That would be awesome. So yeah, ZVT on this map, I expect not that. That is not what I expect. So, oh no, it was just an extractor trick. So that's absolutely fine. I did not expect that gas then. So I'm going to be expecting sort of the Zerg to obviously early expand. The Terran, I'm not too sure actually. The current metagame used to obviously be fast Hellions for the Terran. Try and contain, stop the creep spread. It was the main thing, gain map control, and possibly do some harassment. But now that the Queen's range has been increased, and now that a lot of Zergs get up to 4 or 5 queens, sometimes 6 queens early game, really means that those Hellions are really shut down, even when they're trying to stop the creep coming out, because they have an extra, you know, 3-4 queens coming and pushing them back. So I'm not quite sure what happens now in the current metagame. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit low on the old knowledge in this matchup. So it's going to be a great opportunity for obviously me to learn, and hopefully some of you guys will learn as well. Obviously I'll still be sort of saying some stuff what I think's going to happen, because that's kind of how I roll. Usually get it wrong, but that's, again, it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun being wrong. Definitely the best thing ever. So we do see a hatch first coming out here from Bly, absolutely standard, and then there it goes down the spawning pool. Should be seeing the gas come up pretty soon, unless he's going to go for sort of that gasless mass sort of queen start. We're going to have to see how he decides to approach that. Normal stuff coming out here from Funkay. CC coming down. No gas yet, so we should be seeing a very fast command center. He's got the minerals for it, and bang, it goes down. So, you know, 1 Rax expand, very standard stuff as well. Both of these guys looking like they want to play it out to a very macro beginning. This can either lead into even more macro or a very solid push, usually from the Terran. But we're going to have to see if Acer's got... Acer? Do I call him Acer or do I call him Bly? I think I'm just going to call him Bly. I'm going to see if Bly's got anything up his sleeve in terms of aggression. Still no gas for him, though. Although we do now have the gas coming down for our Terran player, both of them, which is quite interesting. He really wants to get that gas coming in, so he's going to be for some sort of tech, sort of quite fast teching since he has to, or potentially some upgrading, or, you know, stuff like that. You see the bunker now coming down, just protect against any sort of ling harassment, as we do actually see 8 being produced by AcerBly. I'm going to keep saying AcerBly, even though I said I would just say Bly. I know, I'm crazy. You guys can't believe it. So I actually tried to load up this replay just before this, and I couldn't click on the minimap, which absolutely sucked. I was like, do I carry on trying to cast this like this? No, that would have been silly. Could you imagine me scrolling across the map? That would not have been cool. But we do see the bunker now coming up. Marines are in, so he should be absolutely fine against this sort of ling pressure coming up. So really, he got a little bit of an advantage there, because he can't use these lings. Actually, this is going to be smart. He can use the lings, he's actually going to work on... No, he's not going to work on these rocks. I have a feeling he should probably work on these rocks, but he's actually just going to split his lings up and be cool, because that's what he is. You see the factory now coming up. It's going to have a tech lab on it. So this should be for some very fast tanks then, I believe, which is a very interesting play. Again, this might be completely standard. I have no idea. But you see the 3rd command center coming out. Now, I know this definitely is standard. Getting a very early another orbital, a very early another orbital, a very early orbital. 3rd orbital, wow, it's been a long day at work, guys. It's been my first day back for quite some time, so you have to forgive me for however many mistakes I make. Quite a few. Anyway, so yeah, we do see an extra 2 queens out here now. Like I said, plenty of queens up in the beginning. The main defense in the Zerg force, allowing him to drone a lot more. That's great, and I don't know why he made these lings. Obviously, you have to make that apparent to us soon. Another gas down now here for Funkay. So he's actually going really on it. Yep, fast tanks, like I said, and it looks like we'll be getting combat shields, I would imagine, unless he goes straight for stim out of that tech lab. And the 3rd, I thought that was another one then. No starport coming up. So this is very risky play here by Funkay, teching very fast. If Bly decided to do a very fast aggression, he really doesn't have nothing to stop it until this siege mode is done, and then he can sort of hold his way with some bunkers and depots and some nice siege tank positioning. We do see the third now coming up for Bly. There's just too much to talk about. I keep missing stuff. But no, you do see the third orbital. I want to talk about this for a little while. Very standard, because it allows you to saturate both bases very fast, and of course you have the mules capacity there to boost your earnings even further, and then you can always float it to one of the bases anyway, whenever you decide to take the third, whether it be early, whether it be late, whether it be, you know, a completely standard timing. So always a good idea to build that third command set there if you want to go for the economic game. As we do see now, double upgrades coming out from our Zerg player, 1-1 melee and carapace, along with Zergling speed. Zergling speed only just being done now. Notice that this late into the game, because he hasn't needed to have the Zerglings with speed, because he's been relying on those queens to do as much damage as possible, or much defense as possible. So both players looking like they're setting up for quite a long game here. And we see a Baneling nest now coming out, and with a layer, so maybe I completely just lied to you guys. And, you know, I just completely lied to you guys, probably. And this third seems like it's coming up for... I might have missed this cancel. Did this cancel? Because this seems like it's taken ages to build. Then again, hatcheries do take a while to build. And I talk sometimes ridiculously fast. Not all the time. Sometimes I like to chill out. We do see more barracks now coming up. We do see Cloaked Banshees coming out for our Terran players. So this I'm not too much a fan of. Macro hatchery here. Not too much fan of the Cloaked Banshees at this timing, because they're quite late. And usually the Zerg can react to them really, really easily. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Funkay will pull out some crazy stuff here. And show me up, because, you know, most players do that. Most players do show me up. But we do see this third base now quite well saturated instantly from Bly. He is not making any more drones, actually, as we speak. If we look at the unit count, he is up by a good 8 drones at the minute. Well, 8 workers, I guess I should say. But now we do see Funkay working on his back rocks, ready to take his third. He now has quite a good number of tanks. He has these protecting the front, this one protecting sort of the path over to the third. Cleans out the Zergling there, so he's looking good. Creep spread, by the way, guys, is really starting to ramp up now. Great work by Bly. It's already almost at the halfway mark, and with these two double tumors coming down, yeah, on either side, it's going to be great, and more spreading off to the west. I almost said east. That was close, guys. And we do see actually the Spore Crawlers coming up here, and so these two Banshees aren't going to do too much. Where are they? One's coming up, they're both coming up here. So these are actually going to do nothing. He does have the Spore Crawlers in and ready. So I kind of feel sorry for him here. Although he should be able to pick out a few. He's actually going to fly straight over it, which is really bad. As we do see now some Zerglings coming in, making the lift onto the third, but that's going to get cleaned up. None of the Banshees go down just yet, just making a nuisance of themselves. We do see a lot of Zerglings coming down there to stop this third base coming up. He's actually caught up on the supply. We do see Baneling speed actually about to finish, but actually Bly's going to go straight in, take out both of these tanks, which is a huge amount of defense that he's just lost. That Funkay's just lost, sorry, as the creep spread is still now reaching the halfway mark. And the Zerglings are just going to run straight in. I'm not too sure why they're doing this. They're sacrificial Zerglings. Let's see, he can actually get the tank. The Zerglings actually taking down the tank. Will he get it in time before they die? And the tank gets repaired. Some nice repairing there by Funkay. Almost losing that tank though, kind of worrying. We do see now 5 Infestors coming out, and the Fungal has been researched. Sorry, the extra energy. Fungal's always researched, ignore me. But the extra energy, starting energy for the Infestors has been researched. So they're going to be going good. 2-2 now coming up for Bly as well. So they're both still setting up. No one taking any real damage. And this is now 2-2 started for our Terran. So both of them are looking for a very, very solid game here. However, we do have 26 things and 9 Banelings in production. It looks like Bly is going to be going for a very big attack here, as these Infestors are also ready to use Baneling speed. You see them rolling across the creep. Aren't they just so cute? Medevac's now finally coming out here for Funkay. Much needed, considering the stim will wear down the Marines if not. And I would imagine Bly would be going for an attack here, because he is still building Lings. Building 5 Overlords at a time. You can obviously see that he is actually supply blocked right now. Those 5 Overlords will just allow him to produce so many Lings. And I'm assuming that that's what he's going to do. And can he get it? He gets a changeling in here. He sees exactly what he's going to be up against. And we do see some Infested Terran drops, and now here comes in the Zerglings. Infested Terran drops, taking some of the tank fire. Banelings come rolling in, and they're actually going to take out the tank, which is not the best use of them. But now the Infestors come in and are going to drop even more Infested Terrans. It doesn't look like Funkay can actually hold this. So many Infested Terrans now surrounding that tank. Going to go down almost instantly. 50 Lings in production. Going to be rallied straight down here. And looks like this is death for Funkay. Not entirely sure how he's going to hold this at all. As we do see 50 more Lings coming in, and GG called by Funkay. Wow, guys, Bly just decided, you know what? I've had enough of these Banshee shenanigans. I've lifted his third. I'm just going to go kill him. I'm just gonna do it, guys. Some nice infested Terran drops there by AcerBly. This has been game 1 of this best of 3. Stick with me for game 2.